The views and opinions on this show are for entertainment purposes only. The only factual information is any story that has happened to AT2 or the parties involved. Other than that, go ahead and get you a drink, get you something to eat, just relax and enjoy the show. Let's have fun. All right, y'all, let's get real. Yo, so today I wanted to go ahead and break the internet. I got some special guests with me, so make sure you guys stay tuned. We're going to go ahead and hit y'all with the intro. But before we do that, make sure y'all hit that damn like button because I should not have to remind y'all to keep hitting that damn like button. But we're going to get into the show. What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2, aka hashtag TTRD. But today we're going to do You Even Care? Everybody's favorite celebrity gossip show where we find out if you even care about any of these stories, which more than likely you probably don't. But we're going to talk about it anyway. But make sure you guys, if you want to be notified of the next show, hit me up 510-600-6676. Again, 510-600-6676. Let me go ahead and take that down. And you see right underneath scrolling, yeah, you know I always be begging for money. I'm still unemployed, so it is what it is. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into the show. Whoa, hold on. Before I start, let me just go ahead and introduce my special panel today. So first up, who we want to do first? In no particular order or anything like that. I think you know what? I want to introduce this guest first because you got to say her name 5 times for her to appear again. Candyman, 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 Candyman. What's up, Candyman? Welcome back to the show.
Say my name, say my name.
When no one is around you.
Say, baby, I love you if you ain't running games.
Say my name, say my name.
All right now.
You acting kind of shady.
Ain't calling me baby.
Why does sudden change? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. You know, you made a splash a week ago, and everybody's been talking about you. So I had to bring you back to the show. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Right. Oh, somebody said, "Is that your vet?" No, that's not your vet.
You tried it.
This is Candyman. This is not your vet. But that was funny, though. That was a good one. Let me introduce my next guest onto the show. Coming back and returning back to Do You Even Care? Laugh, gags, and gossip. What's up, T?
Hey, how you guys doing? And Candyman, and I ain't gonna say it 5 times because I'm scared of that. But yeah, I love it. Say my name, say my name. Okay.
Hey, when no one is around you. That's gonna be the theme song for the whole day.
Right.
I'm happy that you're back to the show, but you wanted to give a special shout out, right?
Oh, I didn't know I could do it right now, but yes, my daughter called me. I was crying like 10 minutes before starting the show.
Aww.
She called me. She is a senior in college and she got a return offer to a company. But the big news is it's a 6-figure salary for 20 years. But you guys, Black Girl Magic, it can happen for all of us. So that's what we want. That's the message we really want to get out.
Yes.
Yes, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Support Black women and just don't make it a hashtag.
Right.
Exactly. We can do it. STEM.
Because, you know, someone. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying Black girls, Black women, Black men too. STEM is the way to go. So I might start a channel about that. AT2. I want you to support me in that if I do.
Yeah, definitely. And I appreciate you bringing that up about your daughter, because that is amazing news. And that means you've been doing your job,
Thank
You've been
you.
doing your job. And because you have somebody like you who is an inspiration in yourself, she was able to use the tools that you gave her and supplied her with, and she got a 6-figure salary. Boom.
Yeah, thank you. But my message is, all of us parents out there, we can all do it. We just gotta do it. We can.
Right. You definitely can do it. That is awesome. I love that. All right, so we about to break the internet before we even start the show, because nobody ever thought this man would ever come back onto the show. However, when you do right by people and you really squash the beef, and when you just support each other and you really want to show that unity that everybody's been talking about, you put your shit to the side and you show that goddamn unity. And today, coming back, returning back to the show, he ain't been on here since it's been like 9 months. Welcome back to the show. Real entertainment news. Real?
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Y'all hear me? Am I muted?
No, you good. It's funny because you were just quiet and it was like, is this thing on? Is
it recording?
Hello.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Was there anything you want to start out by saying before we start the show?
Not offhand. We're just trying to stay on these topics.
All right. Well, hell, let's go ahead and get into them. So first up, we're going to talk about Jaheim. Let me go ahead and put his picture up there. Now, some people probably don't remember him, like, who the hell is Jaheim? But let me sing y'all a little song real quick before I put his picture up. When she start bringing up old dirt and the fights keep getting worse, finding numbers in her purse, better put that woman first. Well, he should have put them dogs first, because he over there starving the damn dogs. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So the picture on the left was Jaheim when he was in his prime. The picture all the way on the right is him now. And then the picture in the middle was his mugshot. Because, well, shit, we don't have to say allegedly, it's true. On Monday, it was found that he had 6 dogs outside in a crate in his driveway. They noticed that the dogs, they looked hungry. They were starving. And then they heard a sound from inside the house. They went inside the house, and there were 9 other dogs. So a total of 15 dogs, but 9 were in the house. And they had no access to food or water. These dogs were basically sitting in water and feces. Okay, I can't say feces. I'm going to say dookie. They was in water and dookie. He left these dogs in a cage. They had to end up euthanizing a pit bull terrier because it was so bad. But the other 14 were released to Long Hill Kennel, luckily. Now, he was arrested on Monday and released on Friday under the condition that he would be going to the trial. He said that he would not run, so they went ahead and released them. So, here's my thing. When you have a dog, right, there's some people who have pets. And I feel like, you can have a child and maybe it was, and I hate saying it like this, maybe it wasn't planned, but a dog, you actually have to go to the pound or go seek it out and, buy a dog, or somebody gives you a dog. Like, if you don't want a dog and you ain't going to treat it right, don't get the damn dog.
Yeah,
that's my thing. Candyman, what are your thoughts on this?
I tell you what, initially when I first read the article, the first thing that jumped out at me was that Jaheim actually has a house. I've always thought he was homeless. Every time I see him, he's down there in the subway looking like he panhandling, shaking a little tin cup to get some change. I didn't even know I thought he was homeless. So to know that he actually has a house, I'm just like, praise be to the heebie-jeebie. Okay. Now, the second thing that I'll say is I strongly dislike people who mistreat animals. I mean, if you can't afford to feed them, then just rehome them to another family, like another fur family that can give them the love and that they desire. You get what I'm saying? I feel like Jaheim, he needs a mental evaluation because no sane person is gonna have 15 dogs in various stages of emaciation crated throughout their property and their house and be able to sleep good at night. He needs to be checked mentally. And I hope he gets the max amount. That's my views.
Right. I had to hide off camera when you said I thought that man didn't have a home.
He looks
or maybe he
homeless.
was in the crate with the dogs. I don't know. T, what are your thoughts on this?
I mean, I wish I had a trigger warning because my dog is actually in the room right now, and he was a little bit disturbed by what we just discussed. Because I am a fur mommy too, so I'm kidding, AT2. You're like, what? She's crazy.
I was like, oh wow, like she's really hurt by this. And she should have kept it going. It's good
Well,
rating.
I'm hurt by it. I have 2 huskies here. I'm a fur mom.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's sad, especially when people, mistreat animals. I mean, that's just like babies, So when I heard the conditions that he was keeping them in, I really think the man has a mental problem, so he needs to be evaluated. So I have more empathy for the fact that he's mental, something is going on up there. Yeah.
Okay, so both of you ladies think that it's mental. Okay, I never thought so deeply into it. Real, you don't have dogs, but you do have cats. Shout out to Little White Baby. What are your thoughts on this? Because you don't mess around with animals either, right?
It should be put in jail on D block, and they should beat the brakes off of that MF for 60 days and 60 nights. He should be put in general population. Don't put him in segregation. Put him in general population in level 4, and they need to beat the brakes off him for 60 days and 60 nights.
Wow, I wonder what he'll do over a woman's kitty cat.
How dare you disrespect animals like that?
You're going to make me have an asthma attack.
Yo, the views and opinions on this show are not For real, you went in. Like, real, you upset about this, huh?
You don't mess with dogs. Dogs and cats give you unconditional love. They more loyal to you than your family and friends.
That's not true though, because my dog, if he doesn't get fed, there's no unconditional love there. It's based on condition he's well taken care of. That's the condition. It is condition.
Hey, you better not say that. They're gonna call the people. They're gonna call Pete on you.
They call Pete on my dog. They gonna see how well he lives.
What were you saying?
Oh, I was saying that I always thought that it was sick to, just to attack something or someone that can't speak up for themselves, animals and children,
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. I hate
that. Well, what we're going to do right now is go ahead and get Tenneke up on camera and see what Tenneke thinks about that. What's up, Tenneke? Oh, did it happen? There we go. I think I took it away. My bad. There you go, Tenneke. Sorry, this is a live show. Technical issues.
What's good, y'all?
Hey, Tenneke.
Hey, Tenneke.
Hey, what's going down? What's up, YouTubers?
I'm glad you joined the show, Tenneke. Tenneke, what are your thoughts about this whole situation with Jaheim neglecting his animals? And why he got so many?
Why does he have so many? Because I promise you, I thought he was broke too. Like, I thought he was homeless. I thought the same shit. I ain't even gonna lie. So now that he has a house with 22 dogs, 15 dogs, 16, 18, 20, like, that's ridiculous. He needs to get what he deserves. Whatever it may be, he needs it. I mean, I can't say what he deserved, like, for how many years, and I can't say that part, but I will say whatever he deserves.
Yo, and you know what the crazy part is? It made me, and maybe this is something that I need to work on, because when I seen Jaheim, I was like, damn, that's sad. But then I immediately went up and looked up his music, because he had some hits back in the day. One of my favorite songs is How does it? It's called Anything. It go. You can have anything I got.
But food and
Oh,
water.
Man, for real. For real. No.
Yeah.
yeah, anything but food and water. You're right, Candyman. You're right. You're right.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. All right, moving on to our next topic. Actually, you know what, Candyman? I'm gonna let you go ahead and introduce our next topic. Tell us what's going on with Wendy.
All right, y'all. Everybody's favorite Unc T. Yeah, you heard me right. Unc T. UNCTIE. Wendy, Wendell, Bartholomew, Orenthal, Clyde, Rufus, James and the Giant Peach, Hezekiah Walker Sr., Jr., Williams is in the headlines. They're saying Wendy is dealing with some ongoing health issues and is undergoing further evaluations. She will not be able to complete her promotional activities next week, but can't wait to be back in her purple chair on Monday, September 20th for the 13th season's premiere. I'm going to start out by saying this. I'm sorry. Judge me if you want to. Judge your mama. I smoke a little crack every now and then. I love my men and I love my country, but I suck it. Oop, smoke a little crack every now and then. This is my spill on it. I've been feeling so awkward just watching like clips from her show. I feel as though I don't know what demons she's fighting through, but I do wish her all the best. There's been sudden awkward pauses watching her. She's stumbling over her words. She has like these weird facial expressions that happens mid-sentence during her show. Something's going on. Her team needs to get real with her, and she definitely needs to get real with herself. And that's my take.
Right. I definitely think there's something going on behind the scenes. I don't necessarily, well, I think it probably does pertain to health, but I think it's a little bit more than just like, oh, I found out that I have something. It could have been influenced by other things. Allegedly. Everything I'm saying right now is allegedly. I can't afford a lawsuit. But Tenneke, what are your thoughts on Kuda Brown Williams?
I think she just needs to retire. Just get herself.
You think it's time?
Yeah, it is. I mean, with the ongoing health issues, with the up and down and the roller coasters and the hula hoops, like she really just needs to retire.
Right. And she is a legend in her own right, definitely. Her being a Black woman and the way she conquered radio. I wasn't too familiar with her on radio because I'm on the West Coast and she was in New York. But she was a pioneer. She's also in I think some kind of radio or broadcasting Hall of Fame. But I agree with you, Tenneke. I think maybe it's time for her to work on herself. And sometimes people want to work so much so they can cover up what's really going on. It's not like she has to work so much because she broke. She's rich, So why is she working so much? Tenneke?
Man, I think she loves to talk so much, so I think that's her niche. She loves to talk. So with that being said, you think she's supposed to keep going and it's everything has to come to an end.
Right. And Real, what are your thoughts on Wendy? Do you feel bad that sometimes we laugh at her more than feel bad? Because I admit, when she was wearing the Statue of Liberty outfit and she fell out, it was some funny shit. But as a person, I felt bad because it's all man, this still is a human being. But then because of the way Wendy is, you kind of don't feel bad. Are you conflicted, Real, or how do you feel about this?
I mean, the thing is, with stardom, more money, more problems,
Mm-hmm.
The story of the ages, the decades, the century. So when you have money, you have this stardom, you incur a whole bunch of abnormal problems that you have to deal with. Then you're dealing with trying to sobriety, right? You got that going on. Then you got a husband that's smashing the lady that he moved down the street from you. You know what I mean? Got her driving your Bentley and Benz. You know what I mean? Probably got her cooking in your kitchen when you're away on promotional tours. So, I mean, you got to understand what the lady has lived through and is going through still today, 20, 30 years later. I mean, it hasn't been an easy ride, you know, and with all she got going on, you see why she spits out the venom that she spits out. You know what I mean?
Oh,
People don't even look at her life. You feel what I'm saying? It's easy for her to go in on somebody because look at her life. She
right,
something, right?
right. And T, what do you think about this comment? It says, I think she may have Coviana. Jason Lee announced he had Coviana the same day. She announced her illness, and they hang out often. Do you think that could be a thing and she don't want to say it's Coviana?
I mean, it's possible. Anything is possible with Wendy, but they right before we started this show, another blogger showed some pictures of her leaving, walking in New York, and she even had on the hospital socks. Did you see that photo?
No, I didn't.
And she looked as frail as Whitney Houston looked. Remember years ago when they showed Whitney when she was so thin, and for Wendy's height and everything, she looked like a skeleton. She's walking down the street, no shoes. Well, we know she has the problems with her ankles, but I think it's alleged that she's had years of drug abuse and other things. So I mean, it could be part of the Coviana, but I think, some of her years of abuse are catching up. We can see it in her show, in her performance. And I've been watching Wendy since 2004. I used to listen to her on WBLS. She used to come we would catch it on the internet, right? Online. Mm-hmm. And she was very sharp and very bright and witty, but she's been declining in the last few years. So I think there's some medical issues as well as some possibly, allegedly, some substance stuff going on. As I sip a little substance right here.
Right. Well, let me ask the people real quick. Let's go ahead and do a 30-second countdown that quote unquote people hate that I do. But let's do a 30-second countdown. I want to ask you guys, do you think Wendy might have some kind of underlying medical condition, or do you think that she might be declining for some other stuff? So put 1 if you think there might be an underlying medical condition. Put a 2 if you think that allegedly it could have been that stuff she was on catching up to her. Go ahead and do the countdown. Miss B. Moore, you are getting blocked for this comment. You are going to hell.
My God, today.
Compression socks and Coviana don't.
Lord.
Yo. Oh my God. Wow. I can't say if I agree or disagree on that. However, I will say shout out to Wendy. She's in season 13, which is amazing. A lot of people don't get renewed for the first season. Season 13. If you love Wendy Williams, make sure you guys check her out since September 20th. She'll be back on TV. See, I gave her free promo, so hopefully she don't sue me. See how I did that? All right, moving on to Candyman's baby daddy, or should I say baby mama, Lil Nas X. So this has been out for a while, but the internet has been going really crazy over this. And I've just really been confused because my thing is that he said that he's having a baby on September 17th. I believe it was the 17th, which is the date of his album Montero. So he's actually pregnant with his album, and it's a whole promotion thing. Like, I don't think like he's trying to transition or anything like that. And you have people like Lil Boosie saying stuff, and like the guy basically was all like, okay, if you're gonna make me a target, I'm gonna become the biggest troll in the world. And what he's doing is trolling the internet. The way you don't have him in the media or talk.
Sorry.
The way you kind of get rid of somebody or they fade away is if you don't talk about them. But if you keep talking about them, then hell, they're gonna become even more relevant. You know what I mean? I know, Candyman, you had a lot to say about this, so I'm actually going to go ahead and save you for last on this, and I'm gonna go over to T. T, what are your thoughts on the whole Lil Nas X being pregnant?
When I first saw it, it was it was just different and odd. I mean, he has a right to be whatever kind of artist he wants to be. So I'm just going to say that it was just odd. And the imagery that he's provoking is the kind of stuff we see in those horror films. So it's like, all of this it just goes beyond what we consider normal, but that's okay. But so when I first saw it, I just thought it was weird. It looked like something that you would see in one of those weird, freaky horror films.
I thought he was like pretending to be like that alien from Men in Black. Here comes the Men in Black with the big ass belly and hella skinny. That's what he looked like. That's what I thought it was. And then they were like pregnant. I was like, huh? And then I was totally confused. But that's what I thought. Tenaki, what are your thoughts on this?
I don't even want to talk about it. I swear I don't, because I'm a little far out past all that. I swear. Only thing I'm gonna say, it looked hella weird. It looked hella weird, and his hand over the belly, just as big as the belly. I mean, I can't even do it. No, because I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I hunt, so I'm a hush.
Right, headhunter.
It looked weird.
And Real, what are your thoughts on this?
All right, so we'll start off by saying shout out to the LGBT 3 I don't have no problem with you guys. I don't have no problem with you guys.
Lord, they done added some extra letters.
LGBTQ.
The homosexual community. Is that okay to say? When God made man, he made women. He made women to have babies. He didn't make men have babies. Men shoot the club up. Women let the babies out. That's how it's supposed to work. There's a system here. So when you start trying to go mess up what God had planned, you throw off the atmosphere. This stuff that they are pushing to our kids is atrocious, disgusting. I don't care who you like to slam bam at the end of the night, but you don't have to put it in those kids' face. We got little kids, 8 and 9, running around talking about they pansexual. What is that? What is it? It's disgusting, it's foul, and Lil Nas X needs to be sent to Pelican Bay.
Wow, Pelican Bay? Okay, Real. So one thing. So he can't have a baby and it's a prosthetic belly.
It's just the image. It's the imagery, AT2. It's what they trying to push on these kids.
So
Come on, man. Like, when you're 18 years old, do what you want to do. If you want to get your toilet size, get it sized. If you want to have a sausage fest, have a sausage fest. But don't teach no kids that. You got little kids that love this dude. Come on, man. Have some respect.
Now, here's my thing. Lil Nas X is not a kid's artist. He's not a children's artist. Because I think with Old Town Road, there was some stuff where people were saying like, oh, well, he's targeted towards children. Old Town Road, he talked about lean up in his bladder. He cheated on his baby. Like, it wasn't a kid song at all.
But that's who they targeting with the marketing, though. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, I respect your opinion.
They're not sending kids Hannah Montana songs, are they?
They're not doing what?
They're not playing Hannah Montana songs for these kids.
No, because Hannah Montana is now an adult now. And she was swinging from wrecking balls.
Listen, we got people on this panel that have kids. May I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
How would y'all feel if your child that y'all birthed of whatever sex it is, right, runs around here acting like they're the opposite sex and promoting it to your baby that's 4 and 5 years old? Somebody going up somebody's head. Am I right or wrong? I'll wait
Well,
for
I
it.
think also my child wouldn't be listening to Lil Nas X or anything like that 5, 6 years old.
We can all say that, but you can't control everything that the kids do.
It's the
You got to
radio.
go outside sometime, right? You got to hang
Right.
with your friends sometime,
But
right?
if a song,
And you got to go to school.
song is coming on the radio, then it's coming on the radio. They're not
So
getting
can
the visual. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, so I remember when my daughter was about in middle school, and there was a song by Katy Perry, "I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It." Do you guys remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, I
And that was
remember that.
real popular, and all the
Mhm.
teenage girls were singing it. Well, and for me, what I've told my daughter is that if she turns out to be bi or gay, I'm gonna love her anyway. That's my kid. I'm gonna have a flag. Look at my lips. I'm gonna be doing all of that to support whatever she does, because that's my kid. And if God don't like it, he will be the person to punish her, not me, because I'm a lover. But when that song came out, we had a conversation, and I just told her that at your age, it's just not something that I really want you singing, and it's just not something I'm comfortable with. Now, once you get a little bit older and you know what this is all about, if you do something like that, mommy will support you. But right now, we're not gonna be singing "I Kissed the Girl and I Liked It." You don't even need to be kissing the little boy. So that was my stance. You have to have conversations with your kids.
Right. And so, yeah, like you said, T, like you had that conversation and explained it to her, like, it's kind of like when I was little, and then Candyman, I'm gonna let you speak. It's like when I was little, my parents let me watch wrestling, and I still do let me watch wrestling. And back in the 90s during the Attitude Era, there was boobies, there was cussing, blood, everything. And like my parents still let me watch. However, they monitored what I was watching. So yes, there's a lot of influence in the world and stuff like that. However, it's the parents' responsibility at the end of the day to monitor what their kids watch and what they don't watch. You can filter it. Like my auntie, she raised my cousin where she could only watch TV like 2 days a week or something like that. Like you can filter it. Like you can't protect everything. They're gonna see something, and it is what it is. Like, I mean, shit, we've seen a lot growing. A lot of people say like nowadays they just let people do anything. It's all like, no, they kind of was doing anything back in the day, but the internet wasn't so prevalent. Because I know sometimes, like when I was 13 years old, I would fall asleep with the TV on, and then there would be real sex coming on HBO, and you just having to wake up early in the morning. But Candyman, I'm gonna let you go though. I'm gonna let you talk now. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. I just think that it's very, very interesting that a lot of people in our community, when I say our, I mean the Black melanated community, there's a lot of instances to where y'all like to stay, keep your mind frame to the old days, in certain situations, but then you want progression when it comes to other stuff. You have to understand that time moves on and moves forward. There are men nowadays, not cisgender men, but trans men that can have children. I don't think that it's a big deal to just love and expect to get that love back and just respect people for who they are. But the conversation, because I only said that just because Real Entertainment, he sounded like he need to check his sugar because he just blurting all in the damn microphone. But I'm gonna move it back to Lil Nas X. I'm just sick and tired of Boosie and all the other celebrities with extra large veneers, clout chasing off this young man's success and also bullying him. What we gonna do about the kids, man? This gay stuff pushing on the kids, man. Was y'all seeing the same stuff when they had it on the episode of Fairly Odd Parents? That was on, I think it's Cartoon Network. One of the godparents were pregnant, and it was a man. Nobody made a big deal about that. I don't feel as though what your child is watching has that much of an influence if you are being a fully active parent. Now, the issue that everybody has with Boosie, myself included, I feel like, and I'm speaking to people in the Black community because I'm Black, so I feel as though y'all can resonate with where I'm coming from. Why is it so what everybody is so vocal when it comes to the LGBTQIA plus community, but y'all okay with your kids processing and taking in what Boosie had to say? And I'm gonna leave it on this. This is what he told y'all kids that everybody's okay with them sucking in and listening to. I told you, beep, let me get me, for you get stretched in the streets. This the day that you gonna be deceased for playing with a beast. I told Turk, take off my collar, I'm finna take you there. You bleep ain't play at my projects, y'all played at the fair. Trill Entertainment, that's my thug there. It's love there. DA, don't search my house because ain't no mother effing drugs there. We smart with this beat. We got retarded with this beat. Do deuce up in my shoe. I set it off up in this beat. Set it off. Y'all okay with that? I'm done.
You got a point. Well, I kind of didn't want to get into the Boosie thing. I'm going to just say this, and then I'm going to move on from it. But Boosie did say on his Instagram about how he had one of his girls come over and service one of his children. And, nobody made a big uproar on that because technically he should be in jail. We going with that, But, it's a deep conversation. And I appreciate everybody having their opinion. I'm not saying one person's wrong, one person's right or anything like that, because it is a conversation that people don't like to have. And they kind of shoot like, oh, I ain't touching that, But that's, hey, talk the real deal. Like, if you're going to talk, you're going to talk. So
can I mention one more thing? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. And I forgot to say, too, people are forgetting that he's showing that he's birthing his album. I think that's what's getting lost in transition. And what another cool thing that I have not seen plastered all over social media is he actually started a baby registry for his album, and he listed 15 songs on that baby registry. And for each one,
thank you for mentioning that.
You're able to donate to underfunded organizations in the LGBTQ plus community. So that's something nice and positive that's coming out of his project that nobody is highlighting. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Thank you.
Right. And thank you. Yes, he's giving birth to his album. He's not transitioning. He's not trying to actually have a physical baby. He's giving birth to his album. Well, damn. Now I got to move on to something serious again. T, can you go ahead and tell us about the recent deaths that we had last week and then also earlier this week as well, too?
Yeah, so during the Labor Day weekend, I don't know if you guys recall, but there was a story that came out about Fuquan Johnson. He's a comedian. I forget his age, but he actually was one of 3 people that ended up dead after doing drugs at a Hollywood or Beverly Hills party. And so that was kind of sad. There was one survivor. Her name was Kate Quigley. She's a comedian as well. And Kate has come out. Actually, her mom made a statement today saying that even though Kate is recovering and she survived the incident, she's having difficulty staying lucid. So what they're thinking is that whatever drugs that they were doing, and they did find drugs at the scene of the crime, that they could have very well have been laced with fentanyl. So that was on Labor Day weekend, and I believe it was the Monday of the same weekend. Michael K. Williams, he's an actor of The Wire. He was also deceased in his New York apartment. Now, at this, we're just starting to get more details that he may have OD'd on drugs, or they found drug paraphernalia in his home, and so we don't really know if it was heroin, cocaine, or what it is, but it's being speculated that it was a drug overdose as well, and possibly fentanyl was involved. Now, I just wanted something that I have recognized, and I just wonder if the panelists, I would love to hear you guys weigh in on this. In the last year, we have had Michael K. Williams, DMX, Shock G. Shock G is from the Bay Area. That's they just said that he may have OD'd on something. Teacher Cole's mother, Frankie. And then a few years ago, Prince. Something is going on with fentanyl. I don't believe all of these people are accidentally overdosing. And DMX. I don't know if I mentioned him. So there's be something going on. Like there's a bad batch of drugs. Not drugs are bad. They are bad. But it seems to be like something's going on with this fentanyl.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about all the deaths that we had. And the crazy part is that one of my mom's best friends, her son recently passed away because they laced the coke with fentanyl. And it's like this trend, like where they're lacing the coke with fentanyl. And I'm all like, for me personally, I have never done it. I'm not judging anybody who has. I've never done it. But the art of sniffing something up your nose has never attracted me. And so knowing that they are lacing and, it's just a white substance, you don't know what you're doing. And I've told this story many a times, and then I'm going to let Candyman speak. But I was in this garage, right? And no, this is not the motel story. I was in the garage, right? And like this hillbilly dude, he was like, "Hey, you guys want some of this?" And he just had a whole pile of some white substance. And it was like about this high up, right? He was like, "You guys want some of this?" And he took a big ass straw. He just like, and the whole pile was gone. There was a little bit of residue left, and then the whole pile was gone. So that, to me, it never attracted me to do it. But just knowing that you don't know what it is, it can be baby powder in there. You don't know what it is, that scares me. Candyman, what are your thoughts on this?
I feel like there's been a extended period of time to where we've just had a really bad opioid epidemic, and I don't think that the panoramic has helped at all with people's mental state. I feel as though a lot of people are fighting demons, because when you look at it realistically, between quarantine and loss of jobs, residences, income, family, hell, just life as you know it, that's a lot to take in. So I feel as though people are looking for a way to escape. And I'm so sorry for all of the people that have transitioned due to this. My thoughts and prayers are with their families. I feel as though President Joe Biden needs to do a lot more. A lot of substance abusers are turned away from treatment centers because their insurance don't cover addiction. I feel like the FBI needs to do better to bust in opioid rings. And then a big question to piggyback off of what Ms. T said, fentanyl is illegal, and it's made illegally on the black market in China, allegedly. I wonder how it's making its way over here.
And fentanyl is used in small increments in surgery for pain. So yeah, it could be like the crack epidemic where it's planted by the government, allegedly. And Candyman, I just want to correct something. It's Bo Biden, his son. That's the crackhead, not because I don't want the president to come and shut my shit down. I just wanted to correct that. But Tennessee, what are your thoughts on this? The death of Fuquan and Michael K. Williams?
It's sad for the families. It's sad for the families that have to endure the pain, that they know they struggled, have struggled, but it's sad for the families. It is.
Right. And and it's one thing where you try so hard, like because people want to get better. Michael K. Williams was very honest about his struggles, and it's in an article in 2017 about his addictions with drugs and stuff like that. So nobody wants to keep doing it. It's just that sometimes you need that rush, you need that high, whatever the feeling, because drugs can give you a whole bunch of feelings. Whatever that feeling gives you, that's what you want at that moment. And sometimes when you so far in, like, you can't help it. Would you agree with that, Tennessee? Yeah, definitely.
It is so sad. I mean,
yeah,
people just look, like you said, they're looking for that next high, trying to get high, and not realizing what's actually in what they're getting high off of. They don't know. You can't tell fentanyl from cocaine because they're both white. So
right.
I mean,
you can't tell which is which.
Right.
I definitely agree with that. Real, what are your thoughts on this topic?
Well, the industry is the industry, and this is something that we've been seeing play out over and over and over and over and over again. It's not going to stop. People are not going to stop using substances, and people are going to continue to, go to the upper room from using these substances. It is what it is. I guess I'll wait for the next person.
And T, was there anything that you wanted to add now that we went around?
Well, okay, so in some countries, I don't have the specific countries, but they do have kits where people can test the drugs to ensure that they're not getting something. I mean, it's an illegal substance, but so that they can be careful and not get things like fentanyl. Do you guys think? Because some people, there is a professor who I forget this is an African American professor who recently came out about 3 months ago, and he's a recreational heroin user, and he's public about it. So, do you guys think that if it would save lives, maybe they should have kits where these people can test their drugs? Or, I mean, I don't know.
I feel as though maybe they should offer an alternative or something else that can get them just as high, that's not as deadly. Another thing that I feel as though they can also do is just do a better job of fully integrating like the care of addiction into the American healthcare system. I don't feel as though they get as much help as they need. And I just want to throw out there too, I think the youngest case that I read was a 16-year-old famous star that passed away from a fentanyl overdose, and that was April of last year. He went from weed to hardcore drugs, just like that, and overdosed.
So, do you feel like weed is a gateway, or you were just saying that's just what happened?
I feel like I feel like it's a gateway drug depending on the person. I don't do it personally, but that's what they teach you. It's a gateway drug, just like alcohol can lead to other things, or cigarettes can lead to something else. So yeah, depending on the person, and with the climate of children that we have and young teens and preteens, I don't think they're willing to just get that type of high. They want to reach the hand of the Father and the Holy Ghost in the Spirit.
Right.
And Tennessee, think about it. All of our music, well, not all of our music, but our rappers, just like we were talking about earlier with Boosie talking about Lil Nas, they are promoting this. They're talking about the perp and, the drugs and 2 cups and all of that. So they're promoting it in the music for young people.
Well, I'm going to be real with you. I haven't had cable since, Lord Jesus, it's been over 20 years. I haven't had cable.
Oh, damn.
My oldest kid is 24. So he doesn't have cable right now, just because I grew them up on the local channels.
That's good.
Your news, your sports, just to keep them from seeing the stuff that they're promoting. And some are promoting, some aren't. So I don't have cable. Nope, don't have it.
Right. That's actually smart. I agree with that, because there's so much information that you can get from reading, and just so much knowledge and stuff like that. You probably had your children read a lot too, Tennessee.
Yes, no doubt.
Yeah,
it was cartoons, reading a book, or playing some type of game, some type of family game, or maybe just the siblings playing together. Like I didn't when they were growing up, y'all. I made sure I knew what their mind was going to intake. So I mean, it's parental guidance. You have to monetize. Monetize the. Just monitor them. You have to, because if not, they'll be swarmed by all that mess. And kids are easily influenced.
Right. And also, parents out there, I want to tell you, the most important thing that you can do for your kids is talk to them. Sometimes, kids can feel ignored. It's very important that you talk to them and, keep that open communication, because I know for me, I still lie to my parents about certain stuff. I still lie to them just because I don't judge me. Everybody lie to their damn parents, but I still lie about some shit. But if you keep that open communication, you will be able to have those conversations. I like the way that we ended on that note, Tennessee. Real, was there anything that you wanted to say now that we went around a circle?
I just think that drugs are always going to be a part of music. It's always going to be a part of the industry, and it's just something that we just got to expect.
Right.
It's kind of like these when they had these Million Man marches for people getting shot up in the hood. It's like it's been happening since the 60s, 70s. It's going to keep happening.
Right. It's not a new thing. We've known about it.
You know.
Yeah. All right. So our last topic of the day, I have a little video now. I think we can still talk to the video, but Chloe Bailey from Chloe and Haley, she actually released her first solo project. Now I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can play this video. Now I had to heavily edit it, so you might get a headache from all the effects and stuff like that. But we just gonna do a little preview right here. Here we go. There she go. All right. Booty, 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 rocking everywhere. And that's Tina Knowles. That's Beyonce's mom. As you know, she's on the Beyonce's record label. So, but did you guys get a chance to see the video? I'm gonna start out with you first, Candyman. Did you get a chance to see the video? Oh, not that picture. Oh, did Candyman? Oh, damn! Did Candyman leave? Oh, T, what were your thoughts on the video?
It's probably technical difficulties, you know?
Right. We are live, people. We are live. But, what were your thoughts on what were your thoughts on the video?
I saw the video, and so I really don't like to knock young artists, you know, and I'm of an older generation, so I see things maybe a little differently. But I saw a lot of Beyonce influences. I saw a lot of her behind. I mean, she is definitely talented. So it's just a new era. I was just like, it's just kind of more of the same to me. The talent gets overshadowed by I can't twerk, but you know. It just gets overshadowed by some of that and showing you behind, and you know.
It was very Beyonce-esque, and the weird part to me is that I thought like those two girls, the Chloe and Haley, I thought they did gospel, folk, Christian soul music. So I was weirded out by this because, you know, when somebody starts out as a child and then they grow up, it gets conflicted and you still see them as children, but that's a grown-ass woman right there. So yeah, it was just kind of it's a weird transition from, if you know, and I'll be honest, I never really listened to their music, but it sounded like Christian gospel folk music. So it's weird that it transitioned over to this. Real, what were your thoughts on the video?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't see the video, but if she in there twerking, she got to get with the program. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody trying to hear no folk tales. They want to see it working.
The song don't sound like that. I'm talking about their old music.
AT2. Let's be real. Christians got to get banged out too. Am I right or wrong? How they gonna have Christian babies if they ain't getting banged out?
Tenneke, what were your Tenneke? Did you get a chance to watch it?
I did. It's not the Chloe that I'm used to. I would say that she has definitely got under Beyonce, and I guess she's a protege because she's doing her booty thing.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, because like they didn't even wear revealing clothes or anything, right? Originally.
Check your private text.
Oh, check it. Okay. Oh, we got Candyman. Okay, Candyman is back. What's up, Candyman? You back?
Yeah, I'm back. Thank you. My bad.
She sounds so sad.
I know, she was like, yeah, I'm back.
Hey, AT2, I want to say another thing real quick, AT2. You got to understand that these artists, when they're making music, you're a musician yourself, right? So you know you want to create music how you feel. We don't know if these girls are in love. We don't know if these girls are starting to experiment, you know what I mean? And that stuff comes out in the music, you know? You got to let a woman be a woman sometimes, AT2. You can't just make her a nun.
No. I don't think anybody was trying to make her a nun. Like I am so for, women expressing themselves with every which way they want to. Definitely do what you do. It's just that if we're not used to looking at somebody in a certain way and they make a drastic, and maybe you should watch the early stuff and then watch that video and you'll be
Yeah.
like, damn, that was a change. It was kind
What?
of like Hannah. Speaking of Hannah Montana, when we were talking about earlier, Hannah Montana, she was a sweet, innocent country girl, and then all of a sudden, she was swinging from a wrecking ball naked, and that transition, nobody understood it. Even though she was an adult now, but like that's a drastic change. Like she didn't slowly progress into that; she just all of a sudden turned into a freak.
Well, I mean, kids become grown people. You know what I mean?
Right. But you don't
And
think you transition into a freak? You just go to a nun to a freak automatically?
I think the transition wasn't seen. That's the key. You see certain people transition, but
Mhm.
certain people you don't see their transition because they quote unquote not popping. Am I right or wrong? If I'm lying, I'm flying. If I'm lying, tell me go F myself.
We ain't got to do that, but I agree with you. The transition could have been privately.
And then
Candyman,
let's
let
be
me go
real.
ahead and.
She's a
Oh, go
young
ahead.
girl. She's a young girl. She don't want to be out there making folk music. She want to be out here twerking in the club with her friends. Let that girl do her thing. You know what I mean?
All right,
Women
we'll
don't.
stop
Remember,
hating
y'all
on
was young at one time, right?
it. Right.
Exactly.
And Candyman, what are your thoughts on the music video? Did you get a chance to watch it?
Yeah, I did. I believe the label waited a little bit too late to introduce us to like the new them. Because I agree with something that you mentioned earlier, AT2. Chloe and Haley kind of portrayed this wholesome image for years. And I kind of feel like they waited too late in reference to that last album that they just put out before they went solo. That was to
Hmm.
where it was like, okay, we some grown women, we're not scared to show a little bit of skin. They should have possibly done two albums instead of one. Because now, to be honest with you, you got one of them that's going down the path of righteousness. She's being Ariel in the Disney movie, and then you got the other one. As soon as they separated their joint Instagram accounts, she's uploading TikTok videos, booty showing. She's in drawers. She's in skimpy clothing. That's not something that we were used to. I don't feel like they kind of transitioned them properly into that. As far as the video, I loved it. I'm excited to see where she's going to be. Furthermore, in the industry, I'm proud of
Hmm.
her for all her achievements. Her and her sister. The song is fire aesthetically. The production, the costume, makeup, choreography, everything was amazing. But will I allow my younger siblings to watch it? Absolutely not. And what's really sad is I was able to go on YouTube and to watch that video without even having to verify my age, and that's not right.
Right. That is true. Like because the video just popped up. Well, I think. Wait, hold on. I think if you're logged into your account,
I
I
wasn't.
don't.
I have
Oh, you
several
wasn't.
devices. Oh yeah, I went to go do my research because I couldn't understand why she had her legs split open and she was touching her pocketbook, patting her pocketbook several times. And anybody can watch this. Even when you look up the news articles, they have the video there from YouTube, and it automatically starts to play.
Hmm. Can I be honest about something? I don't really like that song. I don't understand what she's saying. She go. I don't know what she's saying.
And
What is she
and let me
saying?
just say this, and I just feel like it pisses me off. This girl is talented. I'm not knocking her work, but
Hmm.
they are constantly over sexualizing our young African American
Say it,
women.
T. Say it.
We got young girls out there that need to be breaking some damn books and doing something better than pussy popping. But
Oh,
that's what they're feeding us. You know what I mean? And there's a space and time for all of that. And then they talk about we have all these babies out of wedlock. And what are you feeding us? What
Hmm.
where are you promoting? On the flip side of that, Ari Lennox released a song last night, and she did a little
mm-hmm.
bit of twerking, but it was much more sophisticated
Modest.
and still sexy. They just keep pushing this nonsense to us. And I like Beyonce, but it's enough, sis. There's only one Beyonce. All our girls don't need to be out there learning how to twerk. We really need to be learning how to crack a book and how to crack a code. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
We need to say that same thing to the Lil Nas X's of the world. It goes both ways.
They need to start sexualizing him with that belly. No, T, but no, I agree with you fully on that. It does seem like there's a culture where, you know, our young Black women are overly sexualized, and it's all like, wait, why do they have to? I don't think they have to do that. You know who I really liked that came out a few years ago was LMA. You know, Badu Buddha. You know, like I really liked her. She wasn't sexually overly sexual or anything like that. I don't even think she wears sexy clothes. I think she wear baggy clothes, you know? Like, she was just like a dope artist, and I still think she is, you know? I just wish she wouldn't talk in between the songs and the album, because that shit is annoying. And, you know, I can't believe it's not butter. I don't want to hear all that shit when I listen to your album.
But wait a minute. What's that white girl that they promote so much, Taylor Swift? They don't have, I bet you would never see Taylor Swift laying up there and spread eagle. Never.
She would never. Yeah, her mom would never. Her mom would never. And that's so sad. They paid it to our community.
Swift spread eagle. Let's be
there's some out there that want to see it. There's a lot of people that want to see it.
There's a market for it. It's true. There's a market for it.
I'm just tired of people saying, you know, and to piggyback off what Tineke just said, sex does sell, but other positive points they sell too. Erykah Badu did a good job at it. Lauryn Hill did a good job at it. You know, Janae Aiko, she does a great job at it. I mean, there's other ways than just, you know, hands on something, monotony. What Megan said, hands on my knees, something. Are you kidding me?
You know, I don't know what she's saying in that song either, and I don't know what Chloe's saying. I don't know what
the rosy, pockets full of posies.
Right, no telling.
At this point, don't nobody give a damn what she's saying. Look, she's showing all the cookies.
Hey, I definitely didn't watch it for the words.
Oh wow. I can't believe their parents even agreed to that. She looks like a direct protege of Beyonce, but she's being way more risque than what Miss Tina would have allowed Beyonce to do at that age.
Right. That's true.
She's a legal adult, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the end of the discussion.
Well, when you say a legal adult, like they told R. Kelly, you like teenage girls, what are we talking? What's the legal adult?
This has been a lovely show, you guys. We had some really tough topics, and you know, it's just been lovely. I don't know if we're gonna talk about Mr. Kelly today, but we'll save that for next week.
What's a legal age, though? I mean, when you say legal adult, like what age?
Well, I don't know anything about the girls. That's why I'm asking. Is she legal? Or is she a minor?
I think she's like 24 or something like that.
Come on, man. I know chicks that's 24 with 10 kids. Come on, man. Come on. Let that girl pop it well.
Yeah, we're going to let her do that. But look, what we're trying to say real entertainment is that what they portrayed, they were catering to kids. Those same kids that you claim that Lil Nas X was promoting towards, that's who their fan base was. And here it is now, she's spreading her legs. Why Eagle? What are we gonna do with that fan base? They're just not gonna stop supporting them.
Is that's what the group was portrayed to. That's not her as a solo artist. Her as a solo artist is I'm getting it popping, dropping it like it's hot. The group is let's take it to church.
Solo dancers,
different
no
things.
dancers, she's popping it.
Belle DeVoe, what is it? Guy Belle DeVoe, all the people. You know what I mean? See, I don't really know. I'm deep in the music, so I understand the thing, you know?
Okay, so you okay with her spreading the White Eagle, but you're not okay with Lil Nas X having a fake belly button. I mean, a fake pregnancy belly.
No.
That's music, too.
Huh?
That's music, too. That's centered around music.
Can we sing a gospel song right now? Take me to the king.
You need a vet for that. Can you bring Yvette up to sing? Not
Oh
you.
yeah, where you been at? Somebody call you Yvette right now. She was singing some song. She's like, I wanna go outside in the rain, yeah,
What she got on that podcast that she said, "Wade in the
in the
water."
water.
No,
Wait,
no, y'all.
what
No,
song
she
was it?
says before she even busts out in the singing, she says, She tuned up her voice and everything. No lie. No lie. She said, where? And just went in. I was like, oh my gosh, I got it.
Timothy, you said she had to crank it up like a
Candyman.
lawnmower.
Yeah, she
Candyman.
said,
Candyman. Wait. I was watching it because I was watching it. My damn phone broke. I didn't even get to see it. I only heard about the. I didn't. It won't even. I have not even seen it. I've only heard about it. My phone freeze or froze. I didn't even. It just cussy at kaput. I didn't even get to watch it.
That was the
well, I
Lord
got it. If
saving
you go to
you.
my channel, I got the video. If you want to see it, I
I want to
remixed
see.
it.
I
What
want
she
to
did to the key? What she did?
She
because I've
said,
only heard
Oh
about
my
it.
God. Mm,
Who gonna
y'all
upload it? I
definitely
want
go. Y'all got to. It's the little shit. It'd be the little shit.
right.
So it wasn't even about her busting out singing. It was a tune up before she did it. Y'all, I swear to God, she said, Oh, it's like she was like, okay, now I can do it. Yeah, I was no more good.
You know, I love Yvette and her spirit. Like she was all game for it. And you know, I will say this about the lady. She actually can sing. That just wasn't her night. You know how on American Idol sometimes it just ain't that night. It just wasn't her night that night. But but
no. I know. Look, AT2. I think I could sing too, but after a couple of these, I'll be.
Mm, but
Yeah, please go
anyway,
check the video out.
I wanted to say something. These YouTube streams have been very hot, very exhausting. I want to start out with you first, Real, because Real, you did a video today about this lady who was basically got caught telling her child to cry on camera. Can you tell us a little bit about it and where the people can find your video at?
Yeah, you can go to Real Entertainment News YouTube channel, Real Entertainment News, and it's this lady, Jordan Cheyenne, whatever, however you pronounce it, and her dog had Prevo, Parvo, whatever
It's
that
Parvo, baby.
Parvo,
Parvo.
whatever it is. You can pronounce it for me, right? All right, then. Thank you. And she tried to make it like they were sad and everything. And then when the clip ended, she wound up trying to coach the kid, her child, into crying. But she was already crying, and she's trying to coach him, exploitation. And it's sad because she already has like 500,000 subscribers. She's going to get views anyway. Like, you ain't got to do that, baby girl.
But we know crying sells, though. You know, we know.
Yeah. I'm about to start crying.
Shout out to Cooter Brown.
Shout out to Cooter Brown John. But anyway, Tinnicky, I love that you do therapy Thursdays. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh yeah. I guess Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we go through so much. I figure why not on Thursday? Just say whatever. You come in the chat, you say whatever you want to say. We talk about it. We try to get it to where you can release it. And by the time you get off, it's over with. It's a stressful from day to day that we get up every day, y'all. It's stressful.
Right. That's so true. And Tinnicky, where can the people find you at?
I am on YouTube, Tinnicky Headhunters, and I'm on IG, Tinnicky Headhunters. I'm on a lot of shit, but just come to my channel on YouTube, y'all. I just like to have fun. I'm live on Mondays and Thursdays, so you guys just fall up in that thing. We can have so much fun. And thank you for having me on AT2. I love your little smooth skin ass.
Thank you. And I love you too. And thank you for always supporting me and just being there when I need you. And especially thank you to all the panel because this was really last minute and everything. And I was like, hey, can you do a show today? You basically, I asked somebody, I was like, hey, can you do the show today? Right. And they're all like, oh, I need more of a warning. But I kind of felt like they were saying, like, don't you ever ask me to do no shit last minute. Just the tone of it, I didn't really like it. And I was kind of like, oh, okay, well, I won't ever ask you again. T, I have a question for you because you kind of go under the radar. You just report on your news and then you done with it. But I never see you caught up in the mess. How do you do it?
That's because I'm typically at the strip club. You can find me at your local strip club or at Magic City on Fridays and Saturdays during the senior citizen stripper night. But no, because you know what? Because it's too much energy. I've been through some rough times in my life, so I've had to sit before the judge. Custody type stuff. So life gets real. So most of the stuff that we say, it's like, yeah. It just doesn't. It really doesn't penetrate. When life knocks you on your ass, you don't let this kind of YouTube stuff. It's just like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool.
Right, and you have to have thick skin too. You gotta have smooth skin, but you gotta have thick skin for this. Definitely. And it's hard. It's easy to say, but it's hard to do. Sometimes you just got to ignore it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like I honestly, I say this over and over because this is something my mother told me. I called her up one day, somebody at work pissed me off, and she said, you got 99 problems and a bitch ain't one. So when people start talking, I'll be like, okay, you don't pay my mortgage, I don't give a damn. So that you just gotta categorize people and compartmentalize them. And if they're not that important, it's next.
File them away.
Right, exactly. And T, where can the people find your channel at?
I just told you they can find me at Magic City, but no, I'm Laugh, Gags, and Gossip on YouTube. Yeah.
Thank you. And Candyman, Jolene and Busy Blue, you don't even know who the hell that is. They gave you a shout out. They're all like, you know what? We just needed Candyman up there. We didn't care about AT2 or JY up there. So they gave you a shout out. So they obviously like you. But I know you don't have a channel.
Hilarious.
How was that night for right, Tenneke? Right. How was that night for you, Candyman?
It could have been better. The problem is that since I don't have a YouTube, I'm unfamiliar with what I can say on here. So I have to tread lightly. I don't want you to get striked. Mm-hmm. But if you just give me a list of what I can and cannot say, we could do a part 2. Catch that.
Yeah, we definitely could do a part 2.
No,
definitely.
What got me happened? Is when AT2 was singing, Candyman was talking through it like, just come on down. You and your drugs. I mean, it was so funny. It was so funny. I was dying on the replay.
He got mad because he couldn't eat popcorn. He got real mad at that.
Popcorn with those teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Candyman, you went in hard, but I know that was only like a little taste.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a taste. I got a lot more coming if he come over here disrespectful again. I'm gonna show him the B word.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely don't think he ready for that kind of smoke.
I'm gonna show him the whole animal
smoke
shelter.
He was gonna give him.
Mm-hmm. Bon appetit.
AT2, please talk like him. Please do it one for the one time. Talk like him, AT2. You sound just like him when you do it. Please.
Okay. Let me get ready. There's a guy, AT2. I don't really watch this channel, but all he does is just make so much money off of me. He makes money off of talking about me, and all he Yo, we gonna end the show right there. I'm done with it. But I just want to say, shout out to Real that disappeared. Shout out to Real. Thank you for coming on the show. Tenneke, hey, you may be tardy for the party, but you always show up, and I appreciate you, Tenneke. Make sure you guys follow her at Tenneke Head Hunters.
ATT, remember, Real had that roast cooking that. Remember, he was cooking.
Oh, yeah. He was cooking that roast. That's probably what happened. And Laugh, Gags, and Gossip. Make sure you guys check her out too as well. Thank you for coming on. I always love whenever you're able to drop by the show. I appreciate you. And congratulations to your daughter as well too.
Thank you.
Yes,
Congratulations.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
That is awesome. And Candyman, I'll probably be talking to you in the DM. And no, Candyman does not have a channel. However, you'll see her on here from time to time. And thank you, Candyman, for always dropping by. I appreciate you as well, too.
You're welcome.
All right,
So
y'all.
Candyman, when I start doing more lives, I need you to come drop by.
Everybody want Candyman.
And you too. I want all. I want you too, like Tito.
Yeah, of course. I'm always down.
That's my yes.
Gotta tune up before you start, right?
Right.
All right, y'all. We gonna play everybody's favorite song, and we out of here. Deuces, y'all.
Peace.
Bye,
Monica. This is for you, baby. Miss Bojangles herself, allegedly. I know you're just an avatar, but baby, you fine as heck. Yeah, I know you're just an avatar, but baby girl, you wear it real well, Monica. You are the finest, yeah. Baby girl, they pressed to find ya, yeah. You might be a Grand Theft Auto character, yeah. Monica, avatar. But baby girl, you fine as heck. Yeah, I know you just an avatar. But baby girl, you wear it well, Monica. You are the finest, yeah. Baby girl, they pressed to find ya.